We start with new developments in that terrible subway shooting in Brooklyn, where the man accused of injuring and shooting dozens of passengers on a train is due in court today. Police arresting Frank James Wednesday following a 30-hour manhunt. In an unusual twist, the suspect actually tipped off investigators, calling them and saying, of course, he just said he'd been waiting for police. That was the very interesting thing that he said to police when he called that tip line. And a man who spotted him in public actually helped police as well. Investigators finding James in Manhattan's East Village near the N subway line. You can see that indicated in red on the map. He's accused of opening fire on the 36th Street station. Actually, he opened fire inside of a train car approaching the 36th Street station in Sunset Park. Investigators finding his rented U-Haul van nearby. Our Paul Gerke has been covering the story and every detail surrounding it since it broke live here on Morning in America Tuesday. He's live outside the federal courthouse in New York with the very latest. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning to you, Adrienne. Frank James is scheduled to appear before Judge Roanne L. Mann later today at this federal courthouse in Brooklyn. He's been charged with a terrorist attack on a mass transit system. That charge alone carries the possibility of life in prison. This morning, New Yorkers are waking up with a sense of relief, knowing the man who terrorized their subway system on Tuesday is in custody.
An intense manhunt came to an end Wednesday in Manhattan's East Village, where Frank R. James was taken into custody without incident.
My fellow New Yorkers, we got him.
James called Crime Stoppers on himself from a nearby McDonald's, but when police arrived, he was gone. Then fate intervened. The suspect was spotted strolling up First Avenue by 21-year-old Syrian immigrant Zach Tahan, who was updating a security camera at a neighboring hardware store.
I told the amigo, this is the guy. He have bag and he was walking like this, and I told the people, yo guys, keep far from him. Like maybe he's gonna do something. He have a small bag. Maybe he have something inside gun or whatever. I don't know.
For his efforts, NYC's newest hero got a ride downtown to share his story.
Be safe, guys. Be safe.
Despite the malfunctioning security cameras around the 36th Street station, police were able to quickly make a case against James.
We were able to shrink his world quickly.
Cameras caught him entering the subway a few stops away from Sunset Park, with the black cart found at the scene. The 62-year-old was also spotted dumping the U-Haul nearby. Its key was among possessions left behind, traced back to James, who rented it in Philadelphia. The 9mm Glock recovered inside the subway car has scratches along the serial number. It was purchased by James at a pawn shop in Ohio in 2011. The bag of firecrackers linked to a purchase made by James at a Phantom Fireworks showroom.
For COVID, I lived there. You be in a traffic jam all day.
And his YouTube channel, since taken down, was filled with hate. It didn't provide a clear motive, but offered plenty of clues. It gave detectives a glimpse at their suspect's warped worldview and helped them match their first surveillance shots for the wanted poster that eventually brought James into custody.
James was well known to law enforcement, but he could still legally own a gun because he was not a convicted felon. Right now, you're looking at a compilation of his mugshots over the years. He had 9 prior arrests here in New York, 3 in New Jersey, dating back as far as 1992 and as recently as 2007, charged with a variety of offenses, including trespass, larceny, possession of burglary tools, and a sex crime.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.